What is up, everybody? Back, episode number 2 of GOAT Talk. I'm excited to be here. Once again, it's me, Donnie, with my boy here, Jordan.
What's going on? Glad to be back.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, it's been a week since we've been here.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm excited. We got lots to talk about today. Been a big week. I think one of the better weeks of the year when it comes to awards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We just had the Grammys recently,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the next couple months as well, with like all the different sport finals and stuff like
Yeah.
that, we're gonna be having a lot of different goats of the week coming up.
That's true.
So I think we'll get right into that right away. Let's start it off with this week's GOAT of the week. We got 3 people that I want to mention. All right, and now
Let's
at the
hear it.
number 1, okay, I think that it has to be Taylor Swift.
Okay.
And I don't think there's really an argument that can be had for that GOAT of the week pick. She just won another Grammy for album of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now she holds the record for the most awards from a Grammy's album of the year. She holds that number 1 spot. So I think she made history.
Yeah.
You have to put her at the number 1.
Record breaking for sure. Definitely deserves to be up there.
Right? Like, she's had such a phenomenal year music-wise. Her
Yeah.
tour, absolutely insane. She's got so many people. Like, that album that won specifically is from 2017.
Yeah.
It's not even a new album. So, like, you got people listening to your stuff religiously. Like, that's a GOAT. That's a GOAT, bro.
Yeah.
You got such an audience behind you. All right, now, at the number 2, he also won a Grammy, but that's not why he's in this list. He's in this list because he left the Grammys with the Grammy in his hand, behind his back in handcuffs, all right? We got Killer Mike. Now, I don't understand necessarily why they would play that out the Grammys. Maybe they knew he was going to be there, so they weren't trying to
Yeah.
let him get out and get dipped. But, nah, you got to go. That's some famous shit. That's some getting
Yeah.
your name spread on the internet, bro. You get arrested after getting a Grammy. Unreal to me.
Exposure 101.
No, literally, there's no such thing as bad news, right?
Exactly.
Like no negative news. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Now, one person that's been prominent in a lot of our lives, all right, has been Super Hot Fire YouTube channel, okay? And recently, they had Eli Manning on there, and he dropped a nasty diss on the boy Tom Brady at one of his rivals. So I got to put him at the 3. Bro said, I am nice. You think Tom Brady's the GOAT? I beat him twice. Like, bro's letting them
Yeah.
know what is up. You can't, bro, what a week. What a week. First off, that Taylor Swift spots, you can't argue it whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
And then just purely off of entertainment, that 2 and 3,
Yep.
you got to love it. I'm excited to keep continuing doing GOATs of the week because,
I know.
every single week is going to be something different.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you have different awards popping up.
Well, like you said, we got so much coming up in terms of not even just music, sports, everything, you know.
Mhm.
And, obviously there's the crazy shit that happens all over the internet every day that we can judge, but
Yeah.
it's going to be something to look forward to.
No, for sure, for sure. All right, so yeah, that was our first ever Go to the Week segment. We're going to have that every single episode, every single week, so make sure you stay tuned in for that. It's going to be fire every single week. I think that what we need to do is talk a little bit about sports today.
Okay.
Because we're getting into the finals of basically all 3 of the major series, right? So you're talking, we're getting close to the end of basketball. We're really, really close to the end of football. We got Super Bowl coming up next week.
Yep.
That'll be on Sunday of this week, technically. So we're on that. As well as hockey. It'll close out eventually soon, too.
Yep.
So there's going to be so much content for us to talk about sport-wise.
Oh, actually, speaking of hockey, I think there's one more honorable mention for Go to the Week.
Okay.
Were you aware that the All-Star game was played out recently? Did you see the Michael Bublé comments?
Oh,
of
yes, I did.
His microdose of mushrooms going into the draft. I think that also is got to be up there for
No,
GOAT moment.
that's true. That's true. Shout out him, bro. Bro was just being completely and fully honest the whole time. So, hey, respect to him for that. You know, like
Yeah.
even though, like most people, probably wouldn't open up with that information, but bro kept it real the whole time.
Yeah,
He's like,
Will
look, bro,
Arnett
I'm
next
off
to him
one.
as well,
Yeah.
just like, okay, then copy.
Yeah, bro's like, I'm off one. There ain't much I could do.
Oh, that was good.
So, me and you, we like to play some hoops. We like to play some basketball.
Yep.
Play in a 2K league.
Yep.
Always trying to keep our minds around basketball and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. So I think it might be a good idea to go over some NBA teams of this season and kind of rank them, put them in a nice little tier list.
Okay.
All right. So we got this set up here. We'll take a look now. The first team we got on the left-hand side there, we got the Boston Celtics. All right.
Yeah.
Now, we are basing this off of this season alone, not all time, nothing like that. All right, it's going to be this season alone, performance, players, how they structure their team. All right.
Yeah.
So Boston Celtics. Me personally, they're going to have to go as an A team.
I can't disagree with you there. You know, you got strong players on that team. Jason Tatum, obviously. That's a household name right now when it comes to Boston.
They're like their starting five is really deep. They got a bench behind them as well. You have whole lines where you don't have much like screw ups. You know what I mean? Like you have no liabilities.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got to take advantage of that when putting them at the A tier. Now we are from Windsor.
Yep.
All right. We're Canadians. So now our only Canadian team we got up here is Toronto Raptors. All right. Now, this season, where are you placing the Raptors?
It's a shame after, you know, again, like you said, being that Canadian team, the only Canadian team, but after a successful NBA championship one year, it has just slowly declined, and obviously the trades are gearing for a rebuild, so that's going to have to be, I have to say, a D team.
Yeah, I think D or C, because they're not putting in the work this year.
No.
It's unfortunate they don't necessarily have the players to do so.
Right.
Spicy P, he was unreal for us all those years ago. Unfortunately, he hasn't really kept the same career statistics going.
No.
Now, up next we got Utah Jazz. This is a hard one.
Yeah.
This is a hard one. I personally don't think they're that good. That's just me specifically. I think I'm gonna have to put them. I might have to put them next to the Raptors. Maybe the only contemplation in my head is putting them at a C team.
Yeah, I would say it is tough between that C and D, but I think probably a C.
Probably a C.
Probably
all
a
right,
C
all right.
here.
We'll lock in a C there. All right. That's definitely like we could argue that one.
Yeah.
Following that up, we got
Bucks.
Milwaukee Bucks, big Giannis, big Dame. Now, I think we're automatically locked in at an S or an A tier right here.
No, that's a top tier team right there.
I think how I do tier lists is I want to save the S tier. I
Okay.
think S tier is very, very limited. I think like leaders of the conference should be the only ones in the S tier.
Yeah.
So we'll put them at an A. We'll put them
Yeah.
at an A. I think we'll leave them there behind the Celtics.
Yeah.
You know what? We won't even worry about what order they're in.
No, not at all.
But yeah, we'll do like a little. Now,
Lakers.
Lakers.
Here we go.
LeBron and the Lakers. LeBron, my GOAT, my king. You're going to have to go at a B team, my boy.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm giving you a B team is because of the players that you do have, not because of your performance. The Lakers this year are not necessarily doing the worst they've ever done. They've had crazy history of terrible teams. But they could be doing significantly better. So I'm going to have to toss them at the B slot. 76ers. What do you think on the 76ers?
Another team that, you know, has had their ups and downs. I'd have to say I'm trying to look at the rest of the teams here too and see what's going on, like trying to think of where everybody else is going to go, but I want to say 76ers possibly a B or a C.
So I
Maybe
might
a B.
I'm gonna argue like a B or an A.
Yeah.
They are doing so good this year. Like it's one of their better years in my opinion.
Fair enough.
I don't know how they're gonna do playoffs wise, but we might have to toss them at the A.
Yeah. That's the other thing too, is like a lot of these teams that are in A and S, it's like, and even B, it's like, are they going to do well in the playoffs, or are they just making it to make it and going to get destroyed first round?
Chicago Bulls, put them at a C or a D, bro.
Let's just go.
Get that weak shit out of here,
Let's go
bro.
D to be safe. They're definitely on the Raptors level right now.
Okay.
Golden State, I think.
What do you think? What do you think on Golden State?
I want to say A as well,
Boo!
but I could reasonably put them at B next to Lakers.
No. Golden State, history, great team. You know, one of the best shooter of all time. I won't even say one of the best shooter of all time. All right, partnered with his brother.
Yeah.
All right. They're not pulling it this year. They just ain't doing it. There's no way, in my opinion, there's zero chance you can put them at an A team. That is ridiculousness.
Okay.
That is ridiculousness. I think they might be a C team. I think they might be a C team this year. Dude, they just ain't getting the job done. The refs, if you tuned in with the league, you know the refs have kind of been against the Warriors in the last little bit. They haven't been really getting calls in their way. Hey, yo, person behind this. Yeah, fix that now. Thank you. C team. Bandwagon. Who? Someone fire him. Bandwagon. There we go. Okay.
We all know exactly who that is.
All right, we going at the C. Now,
the Knicks.
The New York Knicks.
What a fun team to think about.
Just because it's gonna piss them off. Why don't you put them above the Golden State Warriors? Puts them at the S tier. I don't know about all that. See, I think they're a C team. Yep. They're going to have to go above Golden State.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is just to piss you off because you thought that you could put Golden State at an S tier. Shake my head.
Yeah, he's going to keep moving it.
Yeah, he's playing, bro.
Miami Heat?
Well, here's the thing, though. I haven't been that tuned in with Miami this year.
No.
So I don't know exactly where I'd put them if I was tuned the hell in. But
stat check on Miami
I think I'd put them at a C or a D. I think C is a good shout. I'd put them at I think
C is a safe bet.
That's the thing. Like all of these middle tier teams are gonna end up going in the C. You have a lot of middle tier teams.
Well, as the season continues, obviously they'll make their ways up or down in the rankings.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
C is fair enough.
Brooklyn Nets. They ain't been all that.
I want to say D.
You want to put them at a D?
Yeah.
I hate to see that.
There's another team that's kind of been like Lakers, where you have some stuff set up, but it's just not clicking together.
Yeah, they had the dream team some years ago, like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
I hate to see them at a D, but I guess they're gonna have to sit there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Rockets. Houston Rockets. Oh, I think they're a D team, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to go as a D team.
I think, you know what, before we continue, is there any teams right now that are left that you would say are F?
Yes. We haven't. Yes, there is a huge F, absolute last tier team that's standing out to me right now, bro. What just moved? I can't keep paying this much attention to shit.
The Phoenix Suns, he was inching towards the F.
The Phoenix Suns towards the F.
We're not even gonna get started. On
Blasphemy. No.
Can we say
Phoenix Suns are A team? Bro, A to B team, bro. A to B team.
Can we comfortably put Detroit Pistons in F right now?
That is the thing. Detroit, bro, been a tough year. You're going down here.
Yeah.
You're going down here. I don't know what necessarily
just move them there.
is going on with y'all. Not been a good year. Oh my goodness. Okay. Next we have the Pellies.
Yeah.
Little Pelican action. Definitely in the bottom tier. I'm gonna have to put them there because they ain't.
F, you think?
See, F to D. I might. There's no way I can put them in the same category as Detroit, so I think I have to give them the D. Pause. Resume. We'll have to put them in the D slot right there.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Who is that? Oh,
The
Timberwolves.
Minnesota Timberwolves. What do you got?
I mean, I haven't really seen too much of their stuff. Are they playoff contenders this year?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They're doing nasty this year.
I think it's a C then. But if
No.
you're saying B, maybe.
I'm saying A.
Really.
I'm saying they're A team. Yeah. There is very limited teams that I think are gonna go in the S tier, and like I'm kind of feeling the same way about the F. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a huge middle ground
Yeah.
here. I don't know what happened. I grabbed the Phoenix Suns, all right, and placed them. I'll put them B team with the Lakers.
Yeah, I was gonna
I'll
say
put 'em-
B is where you want.
Okay, so I think B team for the Suns, Portland Trailblazers. Y'all, you've been doing okay. You've been doing okay, mediocre at most. I think we're gonna have to go with either a D or a C team here, bro. See, bro's calling out my picks even before I put them there, bro.
Yeah. Who are we at right now?
We're at the Portland Trailblazers.
Oh,
I think we're
gotcha.
gonna have to go with D team. They got some talent, but it's all right. Now, oof.
Are they this?
Yo.
Here's the thing. Denver Nuggets is what we got next. Are they the same team they had last year? Are they finals contenders?
They're not finals contenders, but they're definitely a quality squad. I think they're gonna have to go to the B or the A. I think, yeah, you have to. Yeah, you kind of have to.
B?
We'll put them at the B. We'll fill this out a bit.
Yeah.
Now, what is your take on the OKC?
I like their colors.
You want to know my take?
Let's hear it.
We got our first S. That's what I think right now, baby. We
You
got
think
our
so?
first S team right here. Yes. The Thunder have been going crazy. Top of their conference, all right? They've been popping off. They got a young team,
Yeah.
athletic. They can run the ball. They can drive. Shea's nasty on his drives to the rim. They can pop threes from anywhere. Dude, great team. I'm putting them at the S. A little bit of bias. Been a Thunder fan my whole life. But this year, the stats are speaking for me, bro. I ain't even got to do all that.
Fair enough.
Memphis, toss them at the C.
Yeah.
I don't even want to hear it. Toss it at the C.
Yeah. Mavs.
Luka. So now, based off of their team and minorly mixed with their performance, I'm gonna have to put them at a B. I think I'm gonna have to throw them at a B.
I'm thinking B too. I 100% agree with that.
Spurs is next. Put them at a D. I don't know what's going on with the Spurs anymore, man. I don't know what the Spurs are doing. The franchise gotta turn some stuff around. They need better players, to be honest with you. Now this is a fun one for me. The LA Clippers, okay? Because this is their first season doing very good in a while. The Clippers have had such a bad run. I think that we should be putting them at least at the B, if not an A. What's your take?
I'd say I want to say A for the Clippers. Truthfully.
Yeah? Okay.
I think
they have
got
a
something
really
going.
good squad.
Yeah.
Like their players are so solid.
That's what I'm saying. They've got a good mix right now.
Mm-hmm. Sacramento Kings is up next. I think we're going with a we're going with a D team here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, see, I'm getting some eyes behind the camera. I stand on that, bro. They're a D team. Call me out on it. I do not care. They are a D team. Cleveland Cavaliers. Bro, this D slot's getting filled up quick, huh? God dang. Yeah, Cavs. I'm putting them in like a D or a C max. Like, I think probably a D. Bro, puts them at the fucking B.
Yeah, D. Charlotte Hornets. We were just talking about them earlier.
Yeah. I think
C.
Puts him at F. That's crazy. That's crazy.
No, C for sure, I think.
C's no. I think. See, here's the thing. I understand that they are possibly an F contender in this category, but C's a little high. Like C's a little high. I think I might throw him at the D. We might have to do some rearranging when this is all done. But I'm gonna throw them at the D. Yeah, woo! I like that. That's my favorite
Yep.
team.
Yeah.
Okay, Orlando Magic. Bro just tosses Washington Wizards. All right. I guess Washington Wizards is a D team.
Yep.
Dictated by one of our producers. Orlando Magic is up next. All right. So I'm thinking I can see them at like a C. I feel like I'd have them at a C team right now. With their, because like they've been doing good in the league, but I don't know. C. No one's listening to me. Am I? Thank you. Appreciate you. And then Atlanta Hawks. I'm feeling another like.
I can't even think of who's on that team right now.
You know, I'm feeling like a C or a D right now. Like Trey Young's are only like. We'll put them at a C because they're better than my Raps. So I had to give them that.
Last but not least.
Last but not least, not at all. Detroit, you will always be the least in this season.
That is true.
Pacers. That's not a bad one. I feel like we can have a conversation about the Pacers. I think I'm gonna have to throw it though, personally, at the C.
Fair enough.
I'm just trying to look at who we got in this D and C to like. So our producer's saying B or C. I don't know about all that. I wouldn't put them at the B. I'll give you the C. I'll give you the C. We'll put them at the C.
Yeah.
I like that. That's not bad. So far, all right. This tier list got it completed.
Yep.
We got Thunder at the S, grinding the league right now, doing quality. All right, and then down low at the F. Down low at the F, we got Pistons because it just hasn't been their year.
What's their current record?
Fact check.
Right now, they are 6-43.
6-43 for the Pistons. Outrageous.
6 wins.
They are the lowest ranking in both conferences.
Yes.
I think that has to be a record right there.
Who's lowest in the other conference?
The Spurs
Spurs. Yeah.
have double the rating as the Pistons.
Damn. Like double games won.
Well, they have 10.
Okay. So they have 10 more wins than
They
the
are
Pistons.
they are in between that F and D tier then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll put them there fast.
Yeah, that's interesting, but I think we got a pretty solid list.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. I think there's some things that I would change, and then there's other things that I'm like very confident, and you can't tell me shit differently on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a solid tier list. I like the tier lists. If you guys like have any ideas in the comments for other things you want to see us do tiers of, make sure you drop that. We'll always be. I'm open-minded to doing anything. We can run that. Yeah, I don't care. They're not good. They're bringing up the Cavs are second in their conference.
Where do we put them again?
Care. I'll put them down,
Maybe
bro.
put 'em a D? I think they get the C then because realistically we're talking about doing well in the league, so I think that one we could definitely move to a C.
So okay, if you want to argue that, like yes, they're doing good record-wise, but they're not. Mark my words, they ain't going far. They ain't going far. All right, want to switch it up, do something a little different?
Might as well.
Okay, what are you trying to get into for today?
Well, I think it's been kind of a little bit of a theme here.
Okay.
As you can see, talked a lot about sports today, talked a lot about awards, but I think it's time to really bring it down to business, and that's picking the real GOAT of basketball.
You gonna make me dive into this, huh?
It's not a tough one
Bro,
because
bro's pulling out paperwork right
Yeah,
now
and
on me,
see,
bro. Bro came prepared. No, I tossed it off to like, yo, hand me out a random question or something. Bro
Yeah.
just pulls out that
See, I don't
stack of
think-
paper.
See, Donnie thought this was going to be easy when I bring this up, but shows who was prepared. We got notes, but obviously, I think we can rattle it off pretty quickly. But who do you think is the GOAT of basketball?
Well, there's I already said it like a little bit into that tier list. LeBron is the greatest basketball player of all time.
Okay.
That is and I know we're going to get into it, so I'll save it for that. But that is my statement.
Okay.
LeBron is the greatest basketball player of all time.
Okay. Now, that being said, I stand with Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time.
And that's not I'm not going to argue that that's a pick. I think all of these players, there's a good 3 players that you can throw in the contention debate, but that is not my goal.
Just out of curiosity, who would you put if there was anybody else in the league? Of all time that you could throw in there?
you have to consider Kobe a part of the conversation.
Okay, for sure.
I think it's only fair.
Fair enough. Yeah, 100%. But Michael Jordan, that's my pick.
Okay.
LeBron James, that's yours.
Okay.
Obviously,
See,
we're gonna hash out over many sectors of what basketball is here.
So that is my first question, okay?
Yeah.
What is basketball to you, and what makes a basketball player the GOAT? And I don't want Jordan-specific results.
Yep.
I want your dictation on what makes someone the GOAT in the sport of basketball.
Okay, so first off, we're talking about an athlete in general.
Yes.
We got to talk about consistency throughout the game.
Okay. Are you talking like consistency as in 20 years of longevity and consistency?
I think consistency. Obviously, the big difference here is LeBron's still playing.
For sure.
Michael Jordan.
Consistency. Yeah.
He's done, right? But obviously, there's a whole age gap there.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're obviously consistency throughout the whole time that they've played, and 20 years of, and we'll get into awards and stats in a bit, but 20 years, it's a long time of not winning all the time. But anyways, there's also obviously awards and accolades,
Of course.
which I think both have the recognition for.
Absolutely.
So that could be trophies at the end of the season, their stats in general, etc. And then I think also I think there is a basketball culture aspect to it.
Okay.
How they, how they go about the world of basketball themselves.
Okay. See, I didn't. When you were saying the culture of basketball, I thought you were saying as in if you can shape the culture of basketball. And I would say that there's 2 players to do so, which I'll give you your Michael Jordan, who shaped basketball then, and you got Steph Curry, who's shaping basketball now.
I
Bro,
agree with
changed
that.
the way that the league is being played. A lot of the people in the league today play because of Michael Jordan, right? They seen him, that was their motivator. When you say culturally, that's kind of what I was thinking you were
Okay.
getting into.
That could be a little bit of
that
it,
is a
too.
valid argument. But to me, the greatest basketball player has nothing to do with culture.
Okay.
It has to do with the 4 lines on the goddamn ground and what he does in between those.
Sure.
All right. So now, LeBron to me is, and it's not even to me, to the world, he just is the all-time greatest scorer of all time. He has the most points
That's undeniable.
ever. So what do you define? Because to me, basketball is a team sport,
Yep.
right? So you have someone with the greatest, the all-time high number 1 in points,
Yep.
the number 1. He's also the number 4 in assists.
Yep.
Bro plays great team ball. He's I don't want to get too into it right
No,
away,
yeah, of
right
course.
away, but he plays amazing team ball. His vision and understanding of the game is unreal. His ability to read defenses, bro. He'll be telling players that he's going up against. Okay, he'll be telling players he's going up against. Yo, hey, watch that cut.
Right.
He's helping the other team.
That's being a good captain.
That is knowledge. It's not just a good captain. That is knowledge, bro. The ability to read everything that's going on around you on the court is insane, and he's one of the most prolific players when it comes to that.
Yeah.
His knowledge is unreal. And now, also on top of that, his knowledge has had to change through 20 years and
Sure.
the generational changes of basketball. And so a lot of people I'll let you get to this argument because you will do it.
Yep.
A lot of people, NBA is weak now. It's soft. It's all fouls. Don't hate the player, hate the game, all right? Bro learned, just like James Harden, just like Kevin Durant,
Yep.
how to attack the rim and how to get contact to get those
Yeah.
calls to get him to the line. That is smart, strategic. You might not like that it's real, but like they're taking something that's in the game, a rule set, and using it to their advantage
Yeah.
to make them a better player, to win games, and to get more points. Like, that is amazing to me. He went from being a dominant paint and mid-range player to being able to shoot 40-foot threes. Bro, adapted to the changes in the league. When the league became a mandatory, you have to be able to bomb a three in order to be
Yeah.
on a starting five or even be on the bench. Like, he adapted to that. He worked hard. Like, who can say that over like 20 years in the league, their bag has built and changed? Like, he keeps adding different abilities to his bag, and he can just pull out whatever, bro. He's so good.
Well, you know, obviously I got my stuff here. So at any point, if you want to talk numbers, we can.
Okay, I got some
Just-
stuff for you.
You can just ask. What I will say though is, you know, you're talking a lot about the time spent, and I would say, and we discussed this before too. LeBron James is currently number 2 for most time played, most seasons played, I should say, because obviously the games might vary. But at the end of next season, I believe it'll be, he will take that title as having played the most time.
Correct.
And again, also not saying he's a terrible player.
Of course.
Absolutely amazing player. Fucking love LeBron James. But if you're playing as long as he does and being that good, I'd hope you have the most points. I'd hope you have all this time to adapt
Right.
to a game, right? Like, I'd hope you be as good as he is for playing that long.
So, why do you have such expectations so instead of giving him his flowers
Yeah.
for something amazing that he's done, you're
Yeah.
just like, oh, I expected him to do that. But nobody else in the league is doing it. If everybody else in the league was doing it, then yeah, like, you can expect them to do so. But no one's been in the league 20 years, stayed healthy, played that many games, put up consistently 20 points a game, and then taken that lead. I understand what you're saying, that the longevity will help him beat Jordan in the sense of he played longer, so he has more time to do so. But I would argue that I'm not saying he quit, but those who stay in the league longer are evidently better because Jordan left.
So now we can, neither of us here are doctors, but I think it's fair to say new medical treatments have helped LeBron stay in the game. But here's my question. I don't really want to say that's the defining reason LeBron's.
D Rose, MVP year, post MVP year. Absolutely tears his leg to shit.
Yeah.
Okay? How many players has that happened to that were destined for greatness? LeBron has played, like you said, almost 40 minutes a game, every single game, and he still hasn't gotten injured.
So here's my question I want to ask you. When the time comes sometime in the future, whenever it is, that someone does do better than him points-wise, years-wise,
Yes.
has a better career, you're ready to pass LeBron up?
Yes, because
Okay.
that's if someone can achieve like more than LeBron, then yes. But they will have to play for 20 seasons, average 25 points every single game, play 40 minutes consistently,
That day might
never
come.
get injured, for sure. But the statistical odds of that are so low. Like, LeBron came into the league already under the expectations of he was going to be amazing, he was going to be great. The fact that he succeeded those expectations should be crazy enough because, like, if you look at Zion, bro, Zion is the only thing that can be compared to the hype of LeBron coming into the league, and is not even close to performance. Yes, Zion is very early years.
LaMelo Ball, too, just because of internet popularity.
Yes, but, like, you're talking, when LeBron came into the league, you were told, oh, this LeBron guy, he's going to come in and dominate.
Yeah.
He's a rook. But, like, you were like, oh, he's going to come in and dominate the league. Somehow he fucking did that.
Yeah.
Somehow he did so, right? So, like, it's unfair that people, like, take the expectations and then he overachieved that and they're like, well, they just downplay it. I feel like everyone's always downplaying LeBron, bro.
I'm not downplaying him by any means, but see, I think that part of it with you being willing to again, with this theoretical next player that comes and outscore, it really doesn't make him even the greatest of all time now, because he's not, clearly he's not going to leave a lasting impression.
So that's why I asked you at the beginning of this.
The cultural aspect is important when talking about a GOAT.
Okay. So if you want to do that, then
you can't be greatest of all time until you get passed up. You are greatest of all time, period.
Can we also mention that we are having this conversation and bro isn't even done yet? He's not even retired.
True.
He's not even finished.
No, you're right.
So the fact that he was in GOAT contention 10 years into his career and now we're 20 years, right? Like, it's unreal to me. Unreal.
No, that's a great point. And I do think that, he does potentially still have a chance to make an impact, but I think we have lots of time to get into it. So I guess where's the next point to go to?
I think LeBron has made a big impact on the league. I think, and that's the thing with this debate, is it's very generational, right? So you'll have a large generation of people saying that Michael Jordan is like the culture of the NBA, did a lot for the culture. But then you have the younger generation who are saying that LeBron did that for their generation because that's what they seen media-wise. That's who, when they turned on the TV, Michael Jordan wasn't popping off. It was LeBron that they seen, because that's the time that they turned on the TV. So, a lot of that cultural stuff is very time period-wise, where basketball and stats are not. The game itself is not a time period thing, other than you could argue how the game is played.
Well, I have two things then that I would say are part of the culture, because obviously we'll probably spend a lot of time on accolades and awards, but kind of wrapping up the culture, there's two things in particular that Michael Jordan just can't be beat on. When you go to a shoe store, do you want Jordans or do you want LeBrons?
That's fair. I'll give you that.
And how many kids to this day will still say, Jordans. Give me my Jordans over LeBrons any day?
Yeah,
Kids
people
understand
losing
the shoe.
Yeah.
So that's one, first of all.
People still robbing for them.
Jordans is always going to be the way to go.
For sure. But now, what the hell does a shoe have to do with playing basketball?
Again, I'm just wrapping up the cultural.
Okay.
Okay, and the second one, better Space Jam movie. Hands down.
I'm just going to go.
You can't even argue it.
In the corner, all right? Because we are not talking basketball at this point.
That is basketball.
You know who had
if Space Jam is not a basketball movie, then Like Mike can't be either.
Are we talking movies or basketball, bro? Come on.
That's another thing, too. There's a Like Mike, but there's no Like LeBron.
Are we talking movies or basketball?
You asked me who the GOAT. I'm telling you why he's the GOAT.
Yes, the GOAT basketball player, not the GOAT freaking actor, bro. Come on now. Christian Bale, well, he's so good at basketball.
But they wouldn't get Christian Bale to come play a basketball player who's got to save the Looney Tunes.
Fuck the Looney Tunes. Bro, you got me out here censoring myself on a mic. Bruh, God, talk about the game, bro. Talk about sports.
Okay, so let's get into it then. How about we talk about awards? I have a picture I want to show you. I'll show the audience too. You see that?
I do see that. I do see that.
It's a picture. This is an NBA championship trophy. This
Also,
is what
guys,
you get when you're the best team in the league as well.
So once he's done with his argument, he'll have no other arguments after that. But okay,
I got
go
lots
ahead.
of arguments, but Michael, 6 for 6. What's LeBron's record on those?
I don't even know, but they're
4 for
lower
6.
than that. 4 for 6.
So remember, let's go back to consistency.
Okay.
LeBron has failed twice in the NBA Finals.
Right.
Michael hasn't.
Okay.
So therefore, there's my consistency point, is that Michael really, even though he may have had a shorter career and not scored as much, he was more consistent than LeBron was.
He was more consistent in winning a championship.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I think end game, when you talk about the NBA, that is the point, is to win that trophy at the end of a season.
So, okay. Now, if I ride the bench for 3-4 seasons, all right, and my team wins 4 championships, am I a better player than LeBron James?
No, because you don't have the
4
points either to
championships.
back it up yet.
But do you see what I'm getting at? There are people with Super Bowl rings that have never played a game in the Super Bowl in their lives.
True.
So at the end of the day, it's a team sport.
Yeah, but okay, and do you think, though, that those people go out and, I think some of them genuinely are still humble. Like, yeah,
Of
they're gonna
course.
flash it out. But if I'm riding the Pine Pony the whole season, and somehow one of those trophies lands in my lap, I'll always know that I did not really do the work to get that.
My point in that is that championships don't mean everything, okay?
And they're not
To
in this
me-
discussion.
To me, what is more impressive, okay, than having a team that's evidently good because they won a championship, win the next year, and evidently they're good because they won the championship 2 years in a row, and then they won it again the year
Yeah.
after that, right? Evidently they're good, okay? What about the man that brought 4 different teams, okay, to the NBA Finals within 2 years of him being there, and they weren't even playoff contenders the year before? So you're taking LeBron is going to teams that are not making the playoffs, not
Jordan
playoff.
was the same for the Bulls.
They are non-playoff contenders, okay? So they weren't in the talk whatsoever. Within 2 seasons, LeBron made a team that was worthy to go to the NBA Finals. That is insane. That is insane.
Jordan did that with the Bulls.
They three-peated, though, and yes, that's an accomplishment.
Yes,
I'm
but
not
when he
taking
got
away
there as a
from that.
rookie, he was going to playoffs. He was starting to build them before he didn't always make it to finals every time he went to playoffs, and neither did LeBron. I mean, we still see that to this day. But within being a rookie, within those first couple of years, he's gearing them. He's also building them to be a better team.
So, in my opinion, a team that is good, that is consistently winning, is not as impressive as a team that isn't good, that works hard to get themselves in contention and ends up winning.
Okay.
Right? Because if you want to look at it, I can use like modern, okay? The Golden State Warriors, the absolute dream team, okay? The team that now holds the greatest record, okay? For like most wins in a season. And like I'll give that to you. They beat out Jordan's team for most wins in a season.
Was that last season?
No, it was years ago. Years ago.
Okay.
So LeBron took the Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA Finals, okay, against the 5 All-Star Golden State Warriors and beat them in the finals. How do you take a mediocre team at most, and be able to contend and beat the literal championships of the NBA last year and the year before?
Well, I do hear this argument a lot, and I think
And not just that, sorry to cut you off, not just that.
Yeah.
LeBron didn't drop 60 every game.
no.
He passed the ball, he facilitated, he used his knowledge of the game to
Yeah.
get everybody open, he gets everyone moving and everyone scoring.
So that's where I got to come back in. Is you and other people who bring this up? I think you slap on the Cavs team a little too much. Like
That was not a
clearly,
good team.
Clearly, okay, if it was only LeBron, again, I guess this goes back to our whole championship thing, but only LeBron couldn't bring back that team. He great game sense, passing to people who are open. They still got to make those shots. They can't
For
just
sure.
get the ball and
For
win.
sure. Now, if you are, I'll ask you this, okay? You're playing on a team, you're at the corner, you got a wide open 3, all right? LeBron's passing me the ball.
Yeah.
Jordan's running into traffic trying to score himself.
He's
not
passed-
going to make the smart play to pass the ball out. He's going to take because he's such a grinder and such a I'm the best.
Yeah.
He's not going to make the smart play like LeBron is every time. The basketball fundamental play.
Yet when it came to it, he did. Let's not forget who took that winning shot for his second three-peat.
For sure.
He called that to pass it out. So
Yeah.
there's the game sense there.
Bro did
I
it
get what
once.
you're saying. You're right. He did. He obviously not nearly as many assists as LeBron had, but still a better player. Like still just overall better.
I think the fact that he can take a team, and not just a team, he's done it multiple times. He's done it with the Cavs twice. He's done it with the Lakers. He's done it with the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
To take a team that evidently is missing something, and he's proven that he is the piece to the puzzle year after year after year after year to bring a team to the championship. And like I said, he's given players the confidence to shoot the ball because he's a good team player. You know, if you're on his team, that he's got faith in you to take that shot if he's passing you the ball. That adds to it.
Okay. Well, let's talk a different trophy then.
Okay.
MVP trophies.
Okay.
Not finals MVPs, season MVPs.
Oh, convenient.
Don't worry, we'll get finals MVPs too. Doesn't make a difference, but how can I get a fact check? What's how many seasons officially did Michael Jordan play? Because I think LeBron's on, you said 20, right? I think it's,
Yeah,
is it 20 or 21
2021
this year?
He's getting 15. So yeah, LeBron's on his he'll be 21 soon, but yeah. Next season.
15. Okay, so it's 15 to 2021, we'll say. Well, I guess it's 21 end of this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 15 to 21. Well, I guess
next year.
We'll see what LeBron gets this year, but 15 seasons, he has gotten one more MVP than LeBron has. 2 more finals MVPs than LeBron has. So the league has determined that he's a better player, not only in the finals, which obviously the stats show it.
Don't you dare say that he's better in the playoffs.
No, I was just going to say he's been deemed as a better player more times than LeBron has in less time. LeBron has had now 5 more chances to steal more MVP wins, yet
So
he
now-
hasn't.
Do you take into consideration the competition in the league right now for that MVP trophy?
Yeah, but if LeBron is the GOAT, why isn't he winning it?
Because he's not a that's the thing, bro, is everybody gets mixed up in this contemplation of to be the GOAT of basketball, you have to be a one-man show. LeBron is a team player.
So is Jordan. Let's talk about defense. LeBron's been falling a little behind there, eh?
He's 38.
Nine all
38.
Jordan sits with 9 all defense wins. LeBron 6.
Yes,
Jordan's a
6.
better defensive player. So if you want to talk about all
No.
around,
So you can
clearly Jordan is
you're
the all
saying-
around.
But you got to understand that LeBron as a defender, he's looking for many things. He's a crazy rebounder, okay?
Okay.
He also plays higher up in the perimeter,
Yep.
okay? Jordan did good on defense, but he was also playing against freaking plumbers, bro. Like, yes. You have people. Think about who you have to defend nowadays. Players who have millions of dollars behind them, training facilities. They've been playing basketball since the day they were born. Like, the kids in the league nowadays aren't just like, you know what? I'm going to try basketball in high school. No. They've been playing in the highest ranked divisions since they've been 8 years old. And you have to defend that on a regular basis. You are 35, all right? I'll go a couple years back.
Yeah.
You are 30, 35, 38, having to defend 18 to 25-year-old, fast, strong, athletic. The league has never been more agile than it has been ever right now, bro. The shiftiness, the speed, the ability to move. It's unreal. It's a different league.
Well, and I will say, LeBron, good job of keeping himself in shape too.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Staying healthy, like unreal.
That just comes with part of the game, though, right? Like making sure that you stay at that level. But it just, again, the biggest thing about this is the longevity of LeBron's career, and that it's going to continue for quite a while. It's going, but he may have passed him up in points, assists, all this, but at the end of the day, he's clearly just not he's not the trophy winning
All
player.
right. Let's do some math then. I'm not even going to do that to you then. But, okay, all I'm going to say is if you take the points and you divide it by years played and you take the points and you divide it by years played, LeBron will have a higher statistical average.
Not right now.
But
Not as of right now.
do you not know basic math?
His points per game. Do you want to talk per game?
No. Like career. Bro's got like what? 30? No, he's got 40-some thousand points, okay, in 20 years.
Yep.
Compared to Jordan's how many points in 15 years?
Let's see here. I got it written down. Regular, that's per game. That's accolades and awards. There it is. 5. How many did you say? Points?
Points in his career.
That might be finals. There it is. 32,292.
Okay, and and
LeBron.
LeBron's got like 47,000.
39 as of December.
Oh, that's career is that's including playoffs and shit like that.
No,
Okay, so
I
it's
just
the
got season
47.
and just got playoffs on
Okay,
separate ones.
okay, you have separate. Okay,
We'll keep it just a season then.
and just a season.
Yep.
Okay, so so there's a what thousand difference between 5 years.
Between 5 years, 7,000.
Yeah, so that's there's seven like so on average,
Yep.
LeBron will have more points per year played. We got a calculator going.
Yeah. I guess you'd also have to find like Jordan's average per year since his career's done.
No, bro, in
Oh, I know what you mean,
Ooh,
but that
thank you.
his number is growing. But here's the thing, though, it's like looking at these numbers too. Again, if we talk about per game, Jordan still averages more points per game than LeBron, but LeBron's number is always going to continuously go down.
you
now.
how so you're saying that in a regular season game Jordan would score more points than LeBron.
Correct.
Correct. I agree with that.
Yep.
Because he's not a team player. You know what I mean? Like him and Kobe were phenomenal basketball players, but like that's why they were so good was that tenacious dog to go score, you know what I mean? Where LeBron not only he has that dog to go score, he has that. People forget that he does, but he's also a team player. He's fourth in the league like in history for assists, bro.
But I think part of that goes with, again, great assists, great rebounds, but it doesn't bring the mentality that Jordan did into the game either. Having that, like, being as tough as Jordan or Bryant were, especially on their teammates, made them winners altogether. Whereas LeBron's a little bit of, like, Jordan averages 200 points.
Really?
Okay. So LeBron
On 7,000 more?
Well, it's 39,000 divided by 21 years, and then the other one is 33,000 divided by 15 years. So Jordan
Okay.
2,200.
Okay, so the stat we've been given is that Jordan averages 200 points more in a season or in his career.
Yeah, over his career.
Over his career, he has put up 200 more points per season.
obviously that gap will close the longer LeBron plays. If I think that's
No, it'll be the opposite if
it'll
anything.
actually go
yeah,
higher. Oh,
yeah,
math.
yeah. But like, see, that's where I argue the team player aspect of it, right?
Yeah.
And he's the only player with 30,000 points, 10,000 assists, and 10,000 rebounds.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were stopping at 30,000 points. I was like, wait a minute, what?
No,
But
no,
I
no.
get what you're saying.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
all those together.
Right, exactly. Like
Yeah.
that overall gameplay of facilitating all
What's those other
around.
ones? Oh, games played though in total, because I can see the difference here. He's at about almost 400 more games played.
Okay, I as well have some stats
So
here for
that's
you.
also how many games? Okay, that adds up pretty well. But yeah, that's another thing to think about too. Like 400 games plus, that's a lot of points.
Oh, for sure.
Especially LeBron putting them up.
So LeBron is 39 years old. Okay.
Okay.
He joined the league in 2003. Think about that for a second.
Yep.
20 years ago, bro, I was 2 years old. I was 2 years old.
Yeah.
Right? So like the longevity of that is insane when you actually think
Yes.
about how long he's been in the league, okay? He's been an all-star for literally 95%, like you know how they do like the all-stars
Yeah,
and shit like
yeah.
that. 95% of his career. Okay? Now, if you want to talk about, and here's the thing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
People always go, well, Jordan's won more championships, and so he's got the better playoff
Mm-hmm.
performance. Bro, LeBron is one of the craziest playoff performers in history, all right? He is...
Well, clearly not.
Shut your mouth.
If
He is okay, because he is the first in the playoffs for scoring, steals, free throws, and 20-plus point games, okay? So he's consistently getting 20-plus point games in every single playoff game that he plays in, all right? He's number one in scoring in the entire playoffs. So in playoff history, he's put up the most points in the playoffs, okay? He is second in 3 points. Like 3-point shots.
Yeah.
He is not a 3-point shooter.
Right.
That just came out recently. Like his consistent
Curry, I'm
bag.
guessing?
I ain't know. He's second in 3 points, assists, and triple doubles in the playoffs.
Okay.
So bro holds the 1 and 2 for overall scoring, scoring 3 points, assists, steals, free throws, and triple doubles. If you count all of his finals, playoff appearances and shit like that, he add it to his season totals. He has scored 47,000 points in his
Yes.
career.
Yeah, that number checks out.
Unreal performances to me, bro. And people be like, "Oh, he's not clutch. He's not clutch." That
Well,
can be
that's-
counter argued so much.
Okay, let me ask, what's your counter argument? Because I'm going to say, like, then why doesn't he win?
Bro, LeBron.
He is surrounded by a half decent team.
you-
We
do you
just put him at a
realize-
B. That
do you-
should be playoff contender. That should be finals contender.
Do you know what
easily.
clutch means?
Pretty much, yeah. I've played enough Valorant.
So, exactly. So, clutch means the game is close.
Yeah,
There's potential.
the odds are against you.
The odds, yes, yeah, you're down and you pull it off, especially in basketball. That's a
Yeah.
clutch moment, right?
Yeah.
You could even do a 3-minute clutch where they scored 16 points in 3 minutes and that clutched the game type, right? LeBron has clutched so many games in his time.
Yeah.
He's the difference with him and like Jordan is Jordan is taking the shot other than that one time every single time on that clutch shot. LeBron will make the smart play and dish it to the open man because you're stupid if you don't think you're LeBron and you're getting double teamed.
So
He
get
makes
through the double
smart
team.
decision. That is outrageous, bro. That is outrageous. Yo, you know what? Pull up the Kevin Durant hockey stick legs if we're on this type of timing, bro. Pull up.
Why is their feet on the screen?
Yeah, come on. But yeah, you know why his feet are so messed up? That's from stomping all over Jordan's career, baby. Oh my God, all that walking all over him. Whew.
Yikes. Do you know off the top of your head who's taller?
At
their peak time?
No, I don't.
It does make a difference.
It doesn't.
You'd think the taller player would be the better defender too, though.
It doesn't. Yeah, the Kevin Durant hockey stick legs, bro. Look at those feet, bro.
Well, what's he rocking? Size 19s or something like
Oh,
that?
dude, unreal. You know what that looks like? Every single mini stick tournament I've ever been to in my entire life, bro. Playing hockey in the hotels with the
No, I was gonna
boys.
say the knee pads go along with that too, because how much time you're on your knees playing mini sticks.
For real, bro. Like, oh, that's so funny.
That's what I thought.
Huh? LeBron is 2
I was
inches
about to say,
taller.
I know he's taller.
30 pounds on Jordan. Okay. He's a big boy, bro.
He is
It's
big.
hard to move that man. Like he's
Yeah.
freaking huge. And
I like
think
his
about his size for his speed. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he shouldn't be able to be that agile in a sense.
I know what you mean.
Like he shouldn't be so shifty for 230 pounds.
He's
like,
he's actually, like, dare I say, built very well.
dude,
Like,
he is.
he knows
peak-
what he's doing with that.
I
weight.
don't think like if you have LeBron physique, you can play any sport. Bro, think about him as like a football player. Ugh. Think about LeBron if he trained in the UFC. Obviously, if you throw LeBron in the UFC, he's getting a shit beat. But if he
If he
trained,
was a mixed martial artist.
if he was a MMA fighter and he trained his whole life the way he's trained for basketball, if you have that mentality and that like physique, you can do anything, bro. Holy, bro could be I was gonna say a sprinter. He might be too big for that. There's some exceptions to this shit. You got anything else to say, my boy?
There is one other stat, and this one, if again favors Jordan because of course, turnovers per game. LeBron has more turnovers per game than Jordan.
Right.
That's bad.
Okay.
So there we go. Worst player.
It goes to worst player. That's unreal.
I didn't say worst. Worse.
worst player.
Worse player than Jordan.
See, here's the thing. People always want to use the he's been in the league longer thing when it works out for them, but then when obviously he's going to have more like turnovers if he's been in the league longer than. So the only argument I will give you is I'm pretty sure LeBron is like first for turnovers. But think at how much he's facilitating the ball in that concept.
But then Yeah, I know you're talking about, like, here we go with the smart plays, the passing, but if it's not working out, then what's stopping him from being that
So
single player?
I think you could argue that Bro is turning over the ball that much, still getting it back and still scoring.
His steals are pretty low.
I literally just told you he is #1 in steals in the playoffs.
Interesting. Because playoffs, I guess, yeah. His regular season seems to be god-awful. But anyways,
He's
I
not
mean, we can argue stats here. They go back and like, there's some that LeBron beats out Jordan. Like I can't deny assists and rebounds. That's LeBron's game right there.
Yeah.
That is LeBron's game.
But that's what I mean. Like, he's an all-around player. He's not just a scorer, and somehow he's still the leading scorer in the entire history of the league.
Yeah.
If this mic didn't cost money, drop.
But, I think there's too much rebuttal here. I think we can go back and forth over the same points, like especially just with how long he's been playing, right? Because I could say, well, of course he's got the most points. He's been playing the longest. But then it can turn around, like you said, onto something else. And I think it really, it is a very opinionated question.
Oh, for sure. I think my final standpoint is throughout going through history, people need to stop with the expectations because I feel like people downplay LeBron just because of how good Jordan was.
Yeah.
And like if you view LeBron for the player that he actually is, like he's absolutely amazing. People downplay him way too much.
He's a terrible player at all. He is. Yeah. There's a reason he has so many points. He's a great player.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, no, for sure. We got anything else?
I mean, I guess okay. Just a little question to wrap it up. I guess, but would you rather take that 3 people's team or the prime LeBron Cavaliers team?
Sorry, what was it?
So like, who do you think's taking the finals there? Which team? The prime
they're
Chicago Bulls or
matching
prime
up?
Cavaliers?
Well, if you're doing Cavaliers, see that's a loss. LeBron's
Yeah.
and it's not even LeBron is losing that. The Cavaliers
Yeah.
are losing that game.
Fair enough.
I think the only game that you could have some conversation about would be like Miami, like LeBron's Miami
Okay.
team, Chris Bosh and all that.
Yeah.
What do you? Huh?
What's going on?
So I've been hearing you guys going back and forth.
Oh God.
Great arguments, truly. They're cute, but there's a player that we haven't talked about yet, and brings back a lot of memories as being a Raptor fan. Helped us in the 2019 year, and I think the GOAT truly has to be Kyle Lowry. Started Game 6 of the finals with 4 3-pointers in the first quarter. Won the game. That's all I gotta say.
Take it back.
That's all I got.
Get it out.
Absolutely atrocious. Other than that last second
Stay
there,
behind the camera, Alex.
Other than the last second there, this has been GOAT Talk.
Yep.
All right. We appreciate you tuning in. Check out our socials down below there. We will see you next week. I appreciate you. Goodbye.
Take it easy.